Hey, this is April. I'm gonna make a really quick video to show you guys how I go about doing my chart analysis for the week. Really, I'm just gonna do one pair. This is to kind of help one of my girlfriends out when it comes to figuring out where to put support and resistance levels. The pair that I'm going to use will be Euro AUD, which is right here. And I picked this one only because with all the current events going on, gold is strong. AUD correlates with gold. So I'm going to use that one because I know that whatever AUD or Aussie dollar is compared with, Aussie dollar should have strength as of right now, but that could easily change, like literally in a few hours, depending on what goes on in the world, right? But I trade by technicals, so technically Aussie dollar is still strong. So I'm on the daily chart. How do I make it landscape? You just either can turn your phone sideways, or you can just press this double arrow that's down here in the lower left hand side. Okay, so to get the bigger picture, I always start with a monthly. And immediately you see the rejection that happened close to the $2 mark. The big, large green candle with the long wick, that tells me that there was rejection in that area. So let's see, that went as high as like $1.98 ish. I can't get it. $1.97. $1.97. Just leave it at that, right? Okay. So, and then from there it started going down. Now we want to see like the bigger picture. So we want to kind of shrink this chart up a little bit and go back in time, and let's see what we're working with. So one thing you have to know is whatever was previous support will be resistance in the future. So previous support, what does that mean? So basically that means that I take a chart and let's see, horizontal line. So I'm going to, and let's make it a color that we can all see. So we'll say previous, okay, then we'll say, put it in red. Okay. So this line right here that I just made, that is an area of currently support because it's below where price currently is trading. Okay, because if you can see, price is currently trading at 1.6206, and where I made the line was 1.5492. So in this area specifically, this is an area of support because multiple times price got to this point and it either went up or down, right? It had trouble getting there. So with this one, as you can see, where I'm putting this little cursor at right here, if it wanted to go down, it wasn't, because that support level was there. And then it goes up a little bit and it tries to go down again, and then it still doesn't work. So it's like, okay, well, let me go up a little bit more, which it does. And in order to break a really strong support, especially on the monthly level, you'll see that price has to have like momentum. So either a lot of money goes in and there's this huge candle, or momentum already sets the precedence, as in like right here where it was at that $2 mark right here. It had that bearish candle, and then from there it was just red, which is bear, right? So it was able to easily surpass that support level that it was already trying to do. But then you'll see, you go in still in the past, but in the future, in this area right here, can I do let's see, arrows, boop, right here. So let's see, this area, that's a really big arrow. I don't know why it's so big, but anyways, yeah, so this area right here, how it was going in bullish form upward. As you can see, it got to this level, that red line that I previously made. And see, before even knowing what was going to happen in the future, it already tells you, because your past dictates your future, right? So that kind of makes sense. So right here you can see it got to that level and had issues overcoming that now resistance level. So again, what was previous support will be resistance in the future. So what did we learn just from this little bit? That support levels are usually below where prices, and resistance level is above where price is. So it wasn't able to overcome this particular resistance level. Okay, so then it goes down, it tries it again. Does it make it? It does, but it doesn't. It has a hard time like sustaining that. So then, as you can see, it goes down again, and then it tries one more time, which you can see over in this region, and it was able to actually surpass it. It had enough momentum and kept going up till we get to about till we get to about up here in the $2 range again, and then we see that rejection. So previously to that, let's see, there was horizontal line. So like right here. Yeah. So in this area right here, if only I can make this a little bit smaller, condense it. Let's see. Okay, well, I guess there's no data past before 2006, which is fine. But as you can see up here, it had issues overcoming or even getting to that support level of the $2 mark. So then it has this huge rejection, which tells you price is not ready to go past $2, basically. And so then we see a downward momentum. Now, where do you think the next level of support would be? Probably where previous support was, right? So in this area right here. This area right here. So that's 1.5492. So usually what I say, I usually give myself about a 50 pip range. So let's say about 1.542 to as high as possibly 1.5543, something like that, to see whether or not this level would hold. Or like going, plus or minus 50, basically, to see if that level holds. And if it breaks, that tells you, okay, boom, we're starting another downtrend. And that's why I like looking for trades like this specifically, because if there is going to be a reversal, there's going to be a good potential for a lot of money to be made. You just have to look for those particular trades. And these are usually the particular trades that I take. And what we call these are wide open spaces. Where'd I put my line? Where'd it go? Oh, that's a different one. Click it. Okay, so right here is another level of support. And then actually I think I accidentally made a okay. So let's just delete this little arrow right here. But so basically the next level where price is probably going to have some issues continuing down because it already conquered this particular level, this 1.6699 level of support. So now it's going to go to the next support, and it continues to do this throughout the trading world. It goes from support levels to resistance levels, support levels to resistance levels, and it just continues on. Or support, resistance. It just depends on the trend. If it passes the 1.5492, I would personally say that it's definitely going to be a confirmed new trend starting. But even from this, me personally, I would have taken this trade into the downtrend. I can't, unfortunately, because I'm already in on trades. But yeah, this would have been a really good one for potential downtrend. The other last thing I want to show you is actually drawing your trend lines. So I'm just going to draw one trend line. So, oh, no. Okay. No, this is not going to work for me. Oh, I need to make this thing bigger. Okay. I'm like, I can't see nothing. Okay. So basically, whoop. Okay, again, this is on the phone. It's a little bit more difficult to do stuff with the phone, like I said. I'm going to do it. Let's see. Purple? Sure. So basically, you find the lowest points of wherever, if it's currently on an uptrend. And if it's on a downtrend, you find like the highest point. So this one would have been a super sharp, this area right here. Let me see. Draw the arrow. Boom. So like right here, this particular downtrend, that one would have been a really sharp downtrend. You didn't really have any history to go off of. So that would have been a really hard one to actually make a trend line off of, and not something I would have personally made a trend line off of. But something like this, where you have past data to kind of help you make that particular trend line. Because see, you got this area right here. You got this area right here where it hits. So where do you think, if it was going to continue a downtrend, where do you think it would go? It would probably be to this area, to that line at least. And then if the uptrend holds, because there's a primary and a secondary. The primary is whatever you see on the monthly trend. Okay, the secondary or immediate trend is currently what we're seeing now, which for this particular pair, Euro AUD, you're seeing it moving in a downtrend motion, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that will be the prevailing trend. When you have your prevailing trend or your primary trend and the secondary trend going in the same direction, you know there's going to be huge movement. Okay. But yeah, as of right now, it is on a downtrend, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to stay that way. But at least it's going to attempt to go, like I said, to that 1.5492. And if it surpasses that, that tells me we're starting a new trend. If it holds, right, like that, like it's gonna pass it, and then if it comes back up a little bit but still falls, then boom, that's something that I would definitely take a major trade on for the long term. For something like this, I would still trade it, but I would think to myself, okay, I need to get out before the 1.5492. But again, look, this is a wide open space, WOS, if you've followed me before. So from 1.6699 to 1.5492, that's a huge amount of pips that you could be getting, hundreds. Okay, so definitely it's still a trade worth taking, right? Yeah. So that's all I wanted to show you. I'll be making more videos for you guys, and I hope you like them. If you have any questions, just let me know. And if you know me personally, you could just text me. If you don't really know me and you're seeing this through YouTube, obviously leave comments, DM me. However, I'm on Twitter, investingcutie82. I have a lot of trades that I take there, and signals that I don't necessarily give people, but people follow them anyway. Last but not least, I just want to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice that you should absolutely take wholeheartedly. You as a person should examine whatever I'm giving you for yourself and decide whether or not it fits your financial and trading goals. And I'm not legally liable for any trades you take. If you gain or lose any money, it's all up to you. And that's why it's so important to do your own analysis, do your own research. And with that, thanks for watching. Deuces.